man falls down. His man falls down, so there's a clear path between Dion Waiters and the basket. And LeBron's got the ball at the three-point line, and Dion Waiters is on the left side of his eye, and he's jumping up and down, waving his hands and pointing at the path to the basket because he's literally not being defended. His guy is out of the picture, and he's waving, and then it's about 4 or 5 seconds of this before he realizes that LeBron's not only not going to pass him the ball, but he's not even going to acknowledge him, and then he just... The footage speaks of volumes without even having the volume on. He just shrugs his shoulders, and the look of resignation on his face, priceless moment. It's just one little moment in a basketball game, but it really says a lot. And plus I've never seen a guy so thirsty. He's give me the ball. It was like a puppy dog in a commercial. Come on, give me the ball. Nobody's there. Come on, LeBron. Damn, he's really not going to pass me the ball. It was just, anyways, go look it up. It's on our Facebook if you haven't seen it. We're going to talk about that. Talk Cavaliers, Varejao, injuries, David Blatt. Are they tuning him out? Are they not listening to him? We'll get into all of that next. Cavaliers Hoops with Eddy Jansen from More Than a Fan Cleveland. Coming up next here on The Fix.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into...
The Sports Fix. We'll be right back. It's an addiction. The Sports Fix. We'll be right back.
Business owners and professionals, do you want to take your business, your product, your team, your event to the next level? You want to advertise right here with the Sports Fix. Our listeners are among the most loyal listeners, terrestrial or internet. The Sports Fix universe is not only the radio show, but tens of thousands of fans on Facebook and Twitter. Email me, Jerry Myers, thesportsfix@AOL.com. That's thesportsfix@AOL.com. And let me help you swing for the fences and hit it out of the park right here on the Sports Fix. Whether it's an oil change or a new set of tires, Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck has you covered for your automotive car care needs. They're your neighborhood quick service experts. They also offer a low price tire guarantee. Choose from 13 brands, and if you find the same tires at a lower price within 30 days, Quick Lane at Valley Ford will refund the difference. They're open late Monday through Thursday until 9 p.m. and open early Saturday so you can check it off your to-do list and get on with your day. They also have a newly remodeled service lounge and additional service bay just for Quick Lane oil changes. Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck is located at 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 Bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 Bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane. QuickLane.com/Valley Ford Truck. That's QuickLane.com/Valley Ford Truck.
Portions of the Sports Fix brought to you by Signs and Ship, the official printing source of the Sports Fix. Locations in Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Florida. Find out more at signsandship.com.
News break.
I'm Christine Lisi. Lots of breaking news on this Monday. ESPN's Adam Schefter reports the University of Michigan has told its biggest boosters a deal for Jim Harbaugh to become the next head coach of the Wolverines is done. A press conference to announce that hiring scheduled for tomorrow. The dominoes have fallen on this Black Monday in the NFL. The Jets fired coach Rex Ryan and GM John Idzik. Offense, a major issue for Ryan throughout his Jets tenure. It's something he'll have to remedy in his next coaching job, says ESPN's Chris Carter.
As a defensive coach, I think that he'll learn in his second time around as a head coach that he's got to get better job of getting better people on the offensive side.
Chris Carter on Mike and Mike. The Falcons fired coach Mike Smith. The Bears fired GM Phil Emery and coach Mark Trestman. Bills coach Doug Marrone's got a 3-day escape clause that allows him to terminate his contract because of new ownership, but he is expected to stay in Buffalo. Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell with a knee injury, uncertain in Saturday's AFC wildcard game versus the Ravens. Stanford's Ty Montgomery out of tomorrow's bowl game with a sprained shoulder.
The new Citi Double Cash Card is the cashback card everyone's getting behind this season because it's the card that lets you earn 1% cash back when you buy and 1% as you pay. With 2 ways to earn cash back, it makes a lot of other cards seem one-sided.
You're listening to the Sports Fix.
Let's do it. All week, 9 to 5 for my money. So when the weekend comes, I can go get live with the honey. Rolling down the street, I saw this girl when she was pumping. I winked my eyes, got into the ride, went to a club, was jumping.
Welcome back to the Sports Fix live across the Sports Fix Radio Network. J-Rock back with you here. Funny, sorry about the delay getting back on the air. My phone rings, and sure enough, it's Eddy Jansen. He called so I had to answer it real quick to tell him to call the other phone. Welcome back, J-Rock back with you guys here, getting ready to be joined on the Sports Fix Radio Network by my man Eddy Jansen from More Than a Fan Cleveland, Cavaliers beat writer. As I said, that beat has kept the Cavaliers beat writers busy this week as more and more things coming up here. You know, look, again, I'm going to do this, and we got to qualify this as we always do with the early and still time to grow and all of that. But you've reached the point here in the season where you start to see some things. And I'm telling you, if there are Cavs fans out here that are only seeing peaches and cream and growth and we're just going to get better and better and better, you're not being real about some of the things that we're seeing. Now, of course, you know, sometimes media comes up with things to talk about from time to time. And stories this morning, you know, I mentioned it as we were coming on the air about David Blatt and do the, you know, have the Cavs tuned him out. It was, you know, and that's an easy narrative, number one, because he's a rookie coach. Number two, because of LeBron's actions. I mean, I've brought this up several times on the show, and every time I do it, people go, well, Jerry, you just don't like LeBron James, or Jerry, you're just looking for something to talk about. And I'm like, no, I'm not. What would make you think that? Like, me not liking LeBron James has nothing to do with pointing out the fact that he sits in the huddle and ignores his coach. I'm just saying that's the realities of what I'm seeing on my TV screen. And if I'm seeing it, then I'm positive that 14 other people on that bench are seeing it as well. But we can get into that here. Eddy Jansen, beat writer, More Than a Fan Cleveland, going to join us. You keep the conversation rolling. Facebook and Twitter, facebook.com/thesportsfix. Tweet with us at thesportsfixcle. Email us, thesportsfix@AOL.com. But it's a lot of things. As we talked about on Friday, I had quite a bit to say about LeBron and living in glass houses. And I got a little bit ticked off about Miami and him. Not one time this season has LeBron James yelled and disrespected his teammates on the court. He picks that game in Miami to start doing it. Why? Because he had to show out in front of his friends, because he had to go out and show everybody that he's the leader. He hasn't done that once all year. You mean to tell me that you're out there dogging your teammates on the court is when you happen to be in Miami, when it's LeBron James Appreciation Night? All right, let's see where you guys are with this. Let's see where Eddy Jansen is, too. Hey, maybe he'll come on and say, J-Rock's just looking for something to complain about. I'm positive I'm not, and I'm positive that there are some real issues with this team, regardless of their talent. Let's see what Eddy Jansen thinks. Eddy, my man, how you doing? Welcome back. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all of that stuff.
Same to you, Jerry, and happy belated birthday to you as well, pal.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, that was yesterday. I appreciate that, man. Where are you at? Listen, we can wax nostalgic. We can talk great. We can say, yeah, they're going to win in the end. Great. That's fine. That's 6 months from now. Where I'm sitting right now, you heard kind of setting the stage for our segment here. There are issues. There are real problems with this Cavaliers team that I do believe they are going to have to work out. Now, that's part of that process that we talk about. It's not just playing basketball together, but there are some issues. And I don't know where you're at with LeBron James, but I've mentioned, I thought, wow, he's kind of getting away from this diva thing for a week or two with the way he started the season, but I see it coming back and then some. And then you look at some of these telling statements, like I pointed out at the beginning of the show when he was asked, well, when did you and David Blatt decide to make the switch to you being the primary ball handler? He said, well, I'm at the past the stage where I have to clear that with anybody. I made that decision. And I'm like, whoa, you don't know, I'm sorry. I don't remember Michael Jordan. I don't remember Magic Johnson. I don't remember any great player ever publicly doing 4, 5, 6 different times. You go to the post games where LeBron has chided or disagreed with his head coach in public. Those are things that, where are you at with a lot of this stuff here?
Well, Jerry, I mean, these are not just anymore. These are some issues already had prior to Anderson. Very honestly, they're going to have them after Anderson. They get pushed around way too much. They look disinterested the afternoon. And the thing there was their body language was just not where it. Haven't jumped on the whole David Blatt's lost that, but I gave it some thought yesterday for that very reason, because there were just a lot of players, LeBron, Kevin Love, everybody in the same boat, that they just looked disinterested in this game. And it's a really bad thing to look disinterested in a game where you should blow out a team like Detroit by 20 or 30 points easily. Yes, we do have to acknowledge the fact that Kyrie Irving was not playing last night. He is their signal organizer. That could be one of the reasons that they look this side of that. The more prevalent thing, the more on defense as we get closer and closer to the playoffs, is that Kevin Love is going to be not only a problem on defense, he's a liability on defense. I mean, yeah, you do have to give a little bit of credit to Andre Drummond with his natural size and strength. He's about 6'11" and almost 280 pounds, but Kevin Love wasn't stopping anybody yesterday, and that was very prevalent, and that's going to be a big issue.
That was one of my biggest issues with the acquisition of Kevin Love. And anytime I would make that argument, especially these new age metric guys, some of these internet bloggers and Cavs bloggers would throw me all of these new age metrics about why Kevin Love's the greatest, stretch four in the history of the game and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's great, but how about the Olay in the paint when his guy comes and drives down? And that's what he does here, man. I mean, which game was it? Let's see, the Miami game the other day. That game was just maddening to me defensively. But you could pick any game. You don't even have to say what game. You can literally pick 2 out of every 3 games, 3 out of every 4 games that the Cavs play where they just decide not to play defense. They're perfectly content to try to beat a team 110 to 109, and they don't play a stitch of defense. And that drives me crazy. That's why I got mad during the Miami game the other day when LeBron got on his high horse and was caught on camera yelling at guys to box out and play better defense. And that little vine, I don't know if you've seen it. You had to have seen the vine of Dion Waiters from over the weekend where his guy falls down. And he's got the open path to the basket, and he's, please pass me the ball. Please pass me the ball. Look, nobody's there. And then he just gives up because he realizes, dude's not looking my way. He's going to pound the ball into the ground until he decides what he wants to do with it. And again, some people get mad at me and say, Jerry just doesn't like LeBron James. No, but what LeBron James is showing you are all the reasons that Jerry doesn't care for LeBron James. I'm sorry. He can be a talented player all you want. He is is not acting in Cleveland the way he acted in Miami. In Miami, he was held accountable by other people that he felt he answered to. And by what I mean is his peers. He felt he had to answer for his effort to Dwayne Wade every night because they're friends and they had to look at each other and they had to feel that they were both giving their effort. And until they stopped liking each other, he may have felt something like that with a guy like Chris